Hi everyone, Roger here from what's on DisneyPlus.com with a quick news update for you guys about Disney Plus getting 10 million subscribers already. But before we go any further, make sure you do hit that subscribe button to keep up with the latest Disney Plus news. So Disney Plus launched on Tuesday in the US and Canada and the Netherlands, and Disney have already confirmed that there are now 10 active sign-ups for Disney Plus. Now this is a huge success really for them. Probably a little bit too much of a good success. Now the reason for this probably comes a lot of it down to the Verizon deal, because therefore they were giving out a year's free access, so therefore there might have been a lot more people kind of signing up for this free deal, because the app got downloaded just over 3 million times. So that's kind of quite a bit of a difference between someone that's maybe downloaded it and also those that have signed up, but maybe all the issues that were kind of plaguing this week might be a reason for that. They also said they're not going to be announcing what their subscriber numbers are until the next quarterly results. Now, we only just recently got a quarterly result last month, so it could be another 3 months before we kind of find out those numbers from what's gone on already. Yeah, big hit, 10 million subscribers already is a great thing coming forward, and obviously as well having that many people downloading it. And like I said, it has been a bit of a mess in terms of a launch. Yeah, ever since launched, people have been having a number of errors getting in. If you're trying to get hold of Disney for technical support, it is taking hours. People are being hung up on. They're not responding to messages. They're taking ages during chat sessions. It is just taking a very, very long time. And yeah, I don't think it's really good enough for Disney to be doing this. I know we've been contacted tons. We've had so many emails and messages and comments, tens of thousands of them. Unfortunately, I don't have the time to reply to everyone because there literally is that many. And ultimately, you know, Disney are the ones that are kind of putting this out there. It's just been a big mess. And the problem is, well, they're giving out these error codes, and you know, some of them are more sort of simple to understand when you look it up. I did put up a list up of all the kind of the common ones to kind of give you an idea of what it could be. The big thing really going forward is making sure that you've kind of using an up-to-date device. Make sure that the device is supported. That seems to be a big one. But there's also lots of blocked accounts as well. And so therefore you've got to contact Disney to kind of unblock them. And other things are a lot of internet connection issues that's going on. Yeah, there's a whole list of things. I mean, there's loads of issues as well when people are using it. You know, there's no like a section telling you what you've already watched or what you're currently watching. You've kind of got to go back to the beginning. This seems a bit hit and miss. I'm personally not having that issue on my iPad, but I know some people are. And there's episodes are missing, episodes in the wrong order. There's some issues as well that people are reporting that they can't see stuff. There's also cropping issues on the Simpsons episodes that have kind of cropped in. It's just been a real, just a messy launch. And unfortunately, it's probably not good enough. Disney needed to come out the gate here with something strong and something that was really well designed. You know, they've been planning this for years. And unfortunately, they've had so many people sign up, obviously that 10 million, that has then caused more greater issues that they're trying to work out. I mean, you know, things like episodes being missing and things like this, and yeah, that just shouldn't be happening. And you know, they should have had somebody going through, checking every single thing was in place and kind of having a little bit more quality control, because this just does not feel like quality control when there are episodes missing. I know in the Netherlands, I was watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and I went on the 5th season. I went from, like, say, episode 7, went on to the next one. I'd suddenly jumped like 5 episodes. They weren't there. Suddenly, the following day, none of them are there anymore. The whole season's got removed and they've never been put back on. And yeah, this is not really good enough. Disney have had a really bad thing with communication. This whole thing of how people are getting cut off when they've been on hold for 5 hours, and when they get to someone, they get cut off, and they just generally just can't be helped. Yeah, there's that kind of thing of like giving Disney a pass because it's Disney, and then there's like, no, people are paying for this. You know, people are paying for their subscriptions, and therefore this shouldn't be happening. I do think with this Verizon sign-up deal, in hindsight, they should have maybe have just left this maybe till after Christmas and just let like the initial launch get in and get that sorted, rather than having all these extra people in that they maybe wouldn't have had they not been giving it away free. Or maybe, you know, a lot of people are suggesting, well, maybe they should have rolled it out a little bit more, like those that have only had maybe the free and the 2-year deal, maybe kind of give it to them like at things, but they've not done that. They just put it out there, and unfortunately, this is the thing. I mean, they still got the rollout across Australia, New Zealand, and I think also Puerto Rico is going to be getting it as well next week on the 19th. So they've got to sort that out. And then we've got Europe coming up in March the 30th. So they've got a long time to fix those issues. So hopefully they will be done by the time Europe gets it. But yeah, just really disappointing. It's kind of great on one hand. I'm thinking 10 million subscribers. Fantastic numbers. But it's so messy. The messages that we're getting on our Facebook group and on Twitter, on email, there's so many angry people, and people are starting, they're getting upset now because it's 3-4 days and they're going, this isn't good enough. I'm not cancelling Netflix and all the rest of it because Disney Plus isn't stable enough. Again, I've not been having these issues myself. Some of the connection issues and stuff that come up usually haven't been a major problem, but there are some people that are getting major issues. The big thing seems to be as well, kind of, subtitles coming up automatically. We're having things where the watch list isn't showing up. Things are disappearing. It's just not good enough. And unfortunately, a lot of it we're just having to put down to just massive glitches with the system. It's just not working properly. I didn't think I'd be saying this about Disney Plus. I mean, I know I've been using Disney Life for a number of years, and there's been a number of bits and pieces that are kind of pretty rubbish about the app. It's not particularly great. But again, it's the same issues. Things being missing, search doesn't work properly, all this same stuff. It's happened to Disney Plus. I can't believe we're at this point where, we're years down the line and they haven't learned anything. I mean, people are putting in search. If you misspell something, it just doesn't come up with anything. And it's like, this is basic kind of things. And yeah, not really good enough. I don't think it is good. 10 million subscribers, fantastic. But they can't handle them, and ultimately that's the biggest problem. They've really got to scale up. They've got to get this app fixed quick. I know they're celebrating obviously launching it, and I definitely think there's certain people have done their job and they've done what they needed to, but there are certain aspects of this app that are just not working properly. And yeah, it's just been a big cluster of a launch. And I see it in the Facebook comments and on the YouTube comments as well, of just people going, I can't get in, what is this error? And people are wanting that answers because their answers are so vague, especially like error 83 could be anything. The explanation is so random, and it just basically comes to the end of just call us, and it's just a mess. 10 million subscribers, great, but they can't handle it, and ultimately that's the biggest problem for this at the minute. But nevertheless, let me know in the comments below your experiences. Are you getting okay? Is it a bit iffy, or you just can't even get in? I'd love to hear your thoughts. And we definitely need to know all of this information. Go check us out over at whatsondisneyplus.com. Also, things are going to be changing with YouTube in the new year. There might be some issues. And so therefore, in order to keep up with all the latest, make sure you follow me either on Twitter at Disney Plus News or on Facebook. Now, I'm going to be trying to push this a little bit more. Just make sure you're following us or bookmark the website, because after January, there's going to be some big issues with YouTube, and I want to make sure that you all keep up with everything. So I'll definitely be reminding you of that, of a lot more going forward. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. See you guys soon. Laters.